Forget it.
That should be every 2 weeks. And then we recommend, based on our research, we recommend to the portfolio team. And then in addition to that, given that the market is volatile, things happen every day. And once we're able to spot out market opportunities, we would also recommend that to the portfolio management team. So majorly from the research team, that's all we do, purely market research, and then recommend to the portfolio management team. I don't know if Sophia and Nancy have any more to add. Sophia, anything to add?
Sorry, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So my name is Sophia Adomo, and I'm also one of the members of the Daytopia investment research team. So I am actually excited that we have gone this far in actualizing DIF, and the research team, along with other teams, which is the portfolio guys, the liaison guys, we've gone a long way in ensuring that we come up with the best investment strategies to ensure that we manage your portfolios professionally.
I can't hear Sophia
So we
anymore.
did a lot of research, local and global markets, the interest rates, the exchange rate fluctuations.
Sophia,
Hello, sorry, thank you.
Yes, I can hear
Can
you.
you hear me? Sorry, I lost my connection. So I was saying that the main spirit is saving and investing, just like Dr. Yusuf said, and that's one of the key pillars of Daytopia, personal finance. And also this is like familiarizing ourselves and educating ourselves much more, because the value of investments nowadays cannot be overemphasized. So I am happy that we have gone this far, and I'm happy to kickstart this journey with all of you Daytopians, and I hope we reach much more bigger milestones in the process of the whole Daytopia investment fund thing. Thank you, guys. Thank you, I'm done.
All right, thank you very much, Sophia. I'm not sure if Nancy is on the call. I doubt, I can't find her. So I think that's it from the research team. Is there any other thing specific anyone from the house would like to hear as to our role in the Daytopia Investment Fund? The floor is open. We are open to questions. Okay, in the absence of none, I think I'll pass it on to Dr. Yusuf. So carry on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that.
You're low, Dr. Yusuf. We can't hear you quite well.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Khalid and Sophia. So thank you for explaining a bit about what you do. So I'll pass it on to the portfolio guys to also do the same. So it's Khalid, Yunus, and Ibrahim on call. Okay. Habib, are you on the call?
Yes, I'm
Right,
here.
good.
But Yunus is here as well. So Yunus, you go first. Yunus, can you hear me? Okay, I don't think Yunus is there. So I'm Habib Abdulrazak, and I'm an assistant portfolio manager in the portfolio team. And prior to now, I've worked in some research groups and seen some portfolio management activities. So far in DIF, we've looked into different investment strategy and come up with ways of appropriating investment funds to mitigate risk. And with the assistance of other professionals in the team, we are going to be managing the DIF fund, and we hope to have a very, very wonderful journey with everyone. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Ibrahim, are you on the call? Can you introduce yourself as well?
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm Ibrahim Tajuddin, also an assistant manager in the portfolio team. So I will be also assisting the team. So in carrying out the management of our portfolios. So, and as well, we try to stay up to date. So while broadening our skills, so we can have an effective way of managing the portfolios of Daytopians. So, and I hope it's going to be an interesting one for every one of us. And both the Daytopians and as well the portfolio teams. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Ibrahim. Yunus, can you come in, introduce yourself, and tell us what you do?
Okay, cool. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Nice to finally have this launch. Yeah, my name is Yunus Ibrahim, assistant portfolio manager at DIF as well. It's been very interesting working alongside research and other members of the team to map out like JC investment opportunities that can help everyone grow their wealth. We also be managing the portfolio like the fund in general, taking cognizance of your risk level and ensuring that we have personalized like investment conversations with you that are in line with your objectives. So I would say it's a good start. This is really a good start as a community to start thinking about like investments in general and by putting money in DIF fund. Yeah, so I look forward to like seeing all of us participate actively and taking advantage of all the GC investment opportunities we'll be bringing. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, the portfolio management team. We've heard from the portfolio management team and we've heard from the research team. So I would like to call on the PR team, the public relations team, to become Musa and Nora. So they'll tell us what they do as well within DIF, and then we can take any questions. All right, Musa and Nora, you guys are.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to be speaking on behalf of Musa and I. He's actually on transit and right now he may not be able to speak. So for the PR department, we are going to be serving as mediators between the management and the investors. We are going to develop and foster relationships between the management and the investors as well. And we're also going to be taking into considerations. I mean, if you have any concern or issues as an investor, you go through the PR department and it will definitely get to the management. And then we also hope to resolve issues and improve communications between both parties. That way we can get a clearer understanding of whatever asset any investor would want to invest into. And then we are going to be serving as a channel between the two departments, that is the research department and the portfolio department. We are serving as a channel between those two departments. And we're going to be giving reports on how the growth of investment funds are doing. I mean, it's going to be a monthly report, and that way we'll make it very educative. If you have questions about anything or whatever at any time, you'll go through the PR department and you'll get answers. Also, we are going to be providing information and support for our investors. Just like I said before, if you have any question, the PR department will do justice to that. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for this, Nora. Okay, right. So we have the board of directors, and I will call on Dr. Adejumoke to explain what the board of directors, what they do within DIF. We introduce ourselves and explain what they do within DIF, and then we can have the questions. Dr. Adejumoke, are you on the call?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Good afternoon. My name is Adejumoke Awusanya, and I'm a member of, I'm a board member of DIF.
Hello. Hey.
Sorry, I'm not sure. You wanted me to introduce myself, Abby?
Yeah. And then explain what the board of directors do within DIF.
Oh, okay. All right. So like I said, my name is Adejumoke Awusanya. So majorly the board of directors, our role is majorly to supervise, majorly to serve like a mediator, and to ensure the easy and the daily running of everything within DIF. So the board of directors, our major job is to have a second look at every investment strategy that has been proposed in itself. I am not much of a finance person, so but my job majorly is to look at it from a layman's perspective and pour out my perspective with regards to someone who is not from the finance field. This is also because we have a lot of Daytopians that are also not from the finance field. They know a little about investment in themselves, and it's an added advantage to have someone that has that other eye representing that group of Daytopians within DIF as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Each team has been able to extensively talk about their roles within DIF, and we can see how important each of those departments are, putting up everything together. So that's it from me, really, and we'd like to take questions now and see what you guys think and your plan towards investment. So if you have if you have plans to put 1 million, you can let us know now as well. All right, guys. Well, we'll take questions now. Do you have any questions for any team or any person, or just the DIF question in particular?
Sir, I have a question. Well, number one, congratulations on the inauguration of DIF. So just want to ask, are the investments going to be in Naira, in pounds? Is it going to be Nigerian-based investments or UK-based?
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Okwe. I think you joined a bit late, but you probably heard a bit about what DIF is. So I'll just brief that. But for your question, so it's a combination of both. So we have Naira denominated investment and we have foreign ones as well. So like we said, based on your profile, risk profile, and based on the different questions we are going to ask within the form you are going to fill, then we'll know which part of the portfolio. So we'll have different portfolios. We'll now know which part of the portfolio we'll be putting your funds into. So we'll have different portfolios for different risk profiles and different situations. So we'll make sure that we combine, both Naira denominated and the dollar denominated or the foreign ones. So that's the game. But in general, because you missed a bit of the session, so we've just talked about what DIF is about. We talked about the management team. And I think when you joined, it was just the management team introducing themselves and what they do. So, but if you have any other questions with regards to DIF, of course, the PR team will be there to help. And this session is also recorded. So I hope that answers your question as well.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
All right. Mr. Adetayo.
You've made mention of some of the things I wanted to ask, so there won't be a need. Hello, did you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sorry, your voice was a bit faint.
Okay, I said that you've made mention of some of the questions I wanted to ask, so it's fine by me.
All right, great. So do we have any other further questions? So we're okay, before I make the final remark.
Sorry, how soon are we starting investments?
Yeah, that was what I was going to make the final, or that was the final remark I was going to make. So we've already started sharing out the form with regards to, the questions I've talked about, just to get a bit of understanding about, what sort of investor are you? So we get a bit of understanding about your risk profile, your situation. So that is what that form is about. So we are still sharing that form for everyone to fill if you are interested, and then the amount you'll be interested in putting in into the fund. So based on that, we can now make a decision. But within this week, we'll be ending. So by this time, they will be ending the access into the Daytopia investment fund, so everyone that is interested would have gathered all their interest. I will be reaching out to them. So by the end of this week, everyone should have filled the form at least, and we should know the people that will be interested. And then the research team are already doing their job for November, and so the public relations team would be the one to then reach out to you and let you know when we would need the investment to be put into the fund. But we just need people to fill the form, and so that we can make decisions based on your answers to those questions. So within the week, we should be able to sort that part out. So John, you have a question.
Yes, sir. First of all, I would like to say that I'm very excited to hear about this opportunity and to actually see it happening right here in Daytopia, and I'm really excited about it. Well done, everybody. Well done, sir. So my question is this. I think from when you started, you mentioned about the investment fund being exclusive to Daytopians alone. So I want to ask, perhaps in the future, if there's going to be, an avenue for others to also, partake in this, or both long and short-term projections of this investment fund is just going to be restricted to Daytopians and Daytopians alone.
All right, thank you very much, John. So the fund is strictly restricted to Daytopians, right? So, and that's because, it's a community. Daytopia is more than a brand, it's more than a name now, it's a community. So in Daytopia, we trust each other. In Daytopia, we know a lot about each other. So it's strictly for Daytopians. However, if you are interested in any part of Daytopia, you have to be a part of Daytopia. So we have people like Madam Teresa, who is on this call, and she's interested in the DIF part of Daytopia. And, she will have to be a Daytopian in order to take advantage of that part of Daytopia that you're interested in. Just like the competitions that we have, we make sure that every student that is coming onto the competition, we've had the Daytopia University Tournament, we've had the Daytopia competition in itself. We've ensured that everyone coming onto the competition is interested in being a part of Daytopia. We have your profile, we have information about you basically, and that's just what we need for you to be a Daytopian, right? We just need to have information. So it's not just for random people that, okay, well, I invested in DIF. No, it's strictly for Daytopians. It's within the community. So for anyone that wants to take advantage of it, they have to first be a Daytopian. They have to go through the registration process of Daytopia and then come on to the DIF fund. So if it's okay, if it's just a particular part of Daytopia that you're interested in, you don't have to be interested in every part of Daytopia. You don't have to go sign in for competitions. You don't have to take advantage of the one-to-one mentoring sessions. But, for any other part you are interested in within Daytopia, you have to, just register as a Daytopian, just that we have a bit more information about you and, we can class you as our own. So in the future, we plan to we always continue to grow Daytopia anyway. The community continues to grow in size. So in the future, we'll have a lot more Daytopians as well that will take advantage of it. But whenever we have someone that is interested, they just have to be a part of Daytopia. That's just what it is. Dr. Adejumake, go on.
Yeah, I was just going to buttress on what you were saying. So please, if you have been taking advantage of some of the different aspects of Daytopia or different branches of Daytopia, you're still not registered, please do contact Philomena to get your registration form and fill your registration form. So filling your registration form makes it makes us have a little bit of responsibility and liability as well over each member. So if there's any need for us to step in, the first place we go on to is your registration form to check out details from there. So please, if you have not done that, please do contact Philomena. I was also going to say, you don't have to be a student to join Daytopia. It's just the same way you join different organizations, and you can be just a member. You can just subscribe to their newsletters, or you can be an associate if you want, for people that really want to get into what they're doing in that organization. So for this one, you don't also have to be a student. You could just be here because you like the content that Daytopia put out, but to be here, you have to please register so we know the people that are here as well. So I'm just going to buttress on that we still have a lot of Daytopians that are attached to the different branches of Daytopias that have still not registered. Please do contact Philomena to get your registration form and please register. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Dr. Adejumake. Do we have any further questions? I love the questions, actually. I'm enjoying it. John, do you still have your hand raised?
Yes, I do, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, go on then.
I just want to have a little bit of clarity regarding this. You mentioned at some point something about value investment as well. So I would like to know, in terms of the value investments, what are you looking into, in terms of the stages of the companies we like to, I mean growth investment, no value investment. So the growth investment, the kind of companies you'll be looking into investing in, say, perhaps it would be dependent on particular benchmarks. Say it's going to be considering maybe companies at a particular stage of their growth, or, I would just like to, have a little bit of insight on how the growth investment is to go. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. So I would, the best way to answer that question is to pass it on to the guys that will be actively involved in the investment. So the portfolio management team will be able to properly answer that question. Do we have anyone from the portfolio management team that can just quickly answer what John has said, the question he has asked?
Right. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
All right. So I'll go into it a bit, and Yunus might want to, and Ibrahim might want to wrap it up. So talking about growth stocks, these are certain companies or stocks that we expect them to, outperform certain benchmark. And it doesn't mean we are going to be looking at stock at a specific stage of growth. No, they will be publicly traded companies, and they are stock that we expect them, to perform well in the market, to outperform certain benchmark. So there's no any other kind of criteria of determine what stock is a growth stock, rather than investors having a general expectation on them to do well in the market. Mostly they are usually considered overvalued for the time being, but definitely there will be time that they'll come back to correction. But pending that time, we are having our eyes on them, and we are looking to put some set of money into them. Yeah. So Yunus, Ibrahim, you might want to say something on it.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Abib. So Abib has said quite a number of things regarding growth stock. I would just add that depending on what your outlook is, right, and I would like use examples. Say, for example, you are keen on capital preservation and you still want to do growth stock. Growth stock might be like a perfect fit for you. And an example of a growth stock would be, say, the likes of Dangote Cement, MTN, the dominant stocks in their sectors. So because this stock usually outperform like other stock, and they give some level of certainty, because, like, example, MTN is obvious because everybody gets data. MTN has like the largest subscriber, so that filters into like how they perform. It gives you some level of uncertainty regardless of the risk that is inherent in investing in stock in general. So good stock just tends to like give you certainty regarding, and they also pay dividend. So regardless of how the stock performs, you already know that, oh, you can get compensated with dividend, as against, let's say, a non-growth stock, let's say like a NASCON in general, that is just for a company that is not as established as MTN. But if you really want to go aggressive on risk, you might want to pursue like non-growth stock. So in general, to add to what Habib said, in some ways, so everybody understands, is growth stock gives some level of safety net and certainty, because even if the stock did not perform in terms of price appreciation, which is usually not the cases, except in terms of like systemic risk, you would get dividends on those stocks, so which tends to give you like compensation on your investment.
All right, thank you very much, guys. I hope that did that answer your question, John?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, Dr. Daytopia, can you have your hand raised?
No, I just wanted to also say that this is not a question, it's just something to encourage all of us all. Since I've joined as a board member, I've also been working with the research team, and I can tell you guys that I've learned a lot while working with the research team, and just while being on the board. This is me coming from a non-financial background, and aside not having that financial background, I'm also not a investing kind of person. I would rather just leave my money in the bank because I believe it's just safer there and it's easy for me to cash out when I need it. But just being on the board and liaising with great minds like Khalid and Lukman and the rest of the team, I've learned a lot. I've learned to sometimes take that leap of faith, that one step, and then just try new things. You don't have to go into the deep ends of the ocean to try. You can try with something small, something that you won't miss if you let go. I'm just talking to people that are non investors like me. It's a good way to start investing. Aside even investing, is there also the fact that you get to learn a lot and also indirectly get to have a little bit of control over what your money is put into, where your money goes, and what you get at the end of the day. So it's a win-win for everyone. To be honest, it's a win-win for everyone. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Dr. Adejumoke. These days, you can't even really put your money in the bank, like you said, anymore, because the inflation rate is eating deep into our savings. So it's like every day you put your money in the bank, you are losing money, because what you can use that 1,000 naira that you put in the bank to buy today, I'm sure you can use it to buy the same thing next in another month. So, okay, do we have any further questions before we call it a day? It's been a really insightful event, and I'm just really excited to start. I'm really excited about the
Let me
process.
ask the question in the chat box.
Oh, okay. Let me just go to the chat. Do we get to pick asset classes ourselves? So no, you don't get to pick asset classes. The research team, they carry out their research. So like I said, based on all the questions you field, based on your outlook, based on your risk profile, that is what they now work on to select the asset classes that will be more suitable for your situation, your risk profile as well. So the research team make research on the asset classes, and then the portfolio management guys are in charge of selecting the asset classes that are the percentages they will be investing in each portfolio. So we just basically leave that to the professional guys for them to sort that out. And then monthly you receive a report on how your performance, how your funds are performing in the market. Let me see. Did that answer your question? Okay, great. All right. Oh, sorry, I didn't even know there are lots of questions there already. Can non-Daytopia? Okay, I've already answered down. So yeah, non-Daytopians, all they need to do is just to just register as a Daytopian. You'll be a part of Daytopia, and then they can join. So we just make sure that they are registered, and then they can go ahead and join. Well, do we have any further questions? So just like Dr. Adejumoke said, aside from the fact that you inculcate this habit of saving every month and investing your money from, what I believe is that no matter how much you are getting, even if you are getting a lot of money at the moment, you can still match that income with expenses. So if you believe that there's no money for you to save or invest, there will never be any money for you to save or invest, no matter how much you are making, because there's always a way to always match that income. So I believe if you start by just
cultivating the habit of putting something aside, right? You get used to it even when you start making a lot more money. And, the earlier you start, the better. Like I said, there's no, you can put 1,000 in, you can put 100,000 in, you can any amount you believe that, let me start with this or let me go on with this. I know a lot about investments. Let me just put all my funds there. Or I have funds that I'm not using at the moment. Let me just put them there. Or you can be the kind of person that you just want to, cultivate that habit. You want to start with something. So it's for everyone, right? Just to make sure that, we start saving, we start investing as soon as we can, and, you never can tell for emergency purposes, for the future as well. We want to think of retirement as early as possible. I see a lot of old people still working their ass out, and that's just because they didn't have a proper financial plan. Most of them, obviously, not everyone, but if you don't plan properly, you are just planning to fail. You have to start planning. You have to start putting some money aside, right? We have the mentality of you only live once, so we just, get the paycheck and then just spend everything at once, rather than, pay yourself first, putting that money aside at first, and then the rest of it is now what you use. If you say if this is the amount you have, that is the amount you are going to spend, right? So let's just try as much as possible to take advantage of this. It is, like I said, so this is going to, so the final day for this, for us to get all the forms in and to get all the interested participants in will be this time next week. We get all the forms together, we accumulate all the participants and we put them in different classes, and then we can then go on to start making their money work for them based on all the questions that they filled. And you just need to send out a policy statement which you'll sign, and then we are good to go. So everything is set. We are all good to go. We're just waiting for you to, show your interest, and then let's get started. You just want to be a part of something like this, something that, encourages you to do better, to grow, and that's really what this is about. So thank you so much for coming on. In the absence of any question, this is a recorded session and it will be sent out to people that were not able to make it today. But I want to particularly thank all the management, all the guys within the management team. They've worked so hard, tirelessly to put all this together. They've been working. We've been on this for several months, to be honest. Just to make sure that we do our due diligence. We make sure that when we are starting this thing, this we are talking about people's savings. We are talking about hard-earned money. So we want to make sure that we make sure everything is in order, and when we are good to go, we are good to go, right? So we've done our own due diligence as well to make sure we put the best people, most efficient people in the different positions that they are in right now. So they are using their experience, their expertise to take us to put our money to work and take us to where we really want to be. So I want to thank the management team for all the work they've done so far. And this is a very exciting project, and I can't wait for all Daytopians. I'm just imagining that the 250 or more Daytopians that we have are very interested in this, and they are looking to start, at least start with whatever it is they want to start with, and take advantage of it. And then we have people coming in to join as well, coming in to join Daytopia because they want to take advantage of this, right? It's not something that someone that I've been interested in investment for a while, and I know how much I know how much it costs for for you to put your funds in hedge funds and in mutual funds. I know how much it costs. I know how much these managers take just for management fee, and they still don't make reasonable. They don't give reasonable performances. They don't, sometimes they don't even beat the market. So, and they still take out money from us. But having this opportunity that it's 0% management fee, and people are ready to work tirelessly for you to get returns on your money. It's something that, in fact, is a no-brainer. It's something you need to take advantage of. So, and that being aside, the fact that you can educate yourself on savings and investment as well. The PR team always giving you, comprehensive report on how your money is, your funds are put into use, which asset classes they are investing in, and why they are investing in those asset classes. So it's something that you get to learn over time. So I just want to indulge you that. Yeah, I just want to indulge you that it's a no-brainer. It's something you need to at least start something with, just get your name on that list, right? So it's something you need to start. And for you to do that, we've shared the form. So just put in your interest, and then the PR team will reach out to you when it's time, and then we'll get the ball rolling for you, right? I'm expecting almost everybody to be a part of this, at least, so that you take advantage of it. So that's it from me. If there are no other questions, no other comments, I would like to say thank you so much for today. Thank you so much for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you every month for our monthly reports, right? Monthly conversations. All right, guys. Thank you so much for today.